And the guest I've met before, and I may swing by depending on how busy he is. But I'm telling you what, if you have never met Edward James Olmos
Oh yes.
and you like his work at all, please, for the love of God, go up to his table because that man, that is the sweetest man I think I've ever met. He will talk about anything. He won't talk about his work, just his work. He'll talk about any movie, any book, any education, music. He doesn't care.
No, he's a great guy. In
He's
fact,
a wonderful person to talk to. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. Although this is only half the podcast this week because I have a special guest, Craig Price from Matinee Heroes. How you doing, Craig?
I'm just getting ready. I got too much stuff happening before. Life is in the way.
Before COMICPALOOZA in 2 weeks.
That's right. I have a whole other convention I have to go to, which is a professional convention, which is even worse because they're not fun. And
That's almost work.
it is work. Work's making me go.
No, see, next weekend, I'll be in Boise for a day and a half for Gems State.
Yep.
And Bruce Campbell's touring his movie.
Oh, nice.
So that happens to be falling on the Friday. So I bought tickets since I'm going to be up there and I love Bruce Campbell. Boom.
Great. No, I got to haul myself to Los Angeles every day, which is a good hour and a half commute one way for 4 consecutive days, starting on Sunday for work. So, because
no,
I wish they had conventions like, oh, you're going to a convention, Craig. Where? Your hometown. Ugh.
Yeah, so, right. Why can't it be anywhere else?
Exactly. Anywhere where I'm stuck in a hotel nearby.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But 2 weeks from now, Memorial Day weekend, we'll be at COMICPALOOZA.
Yeah, excited to have you down there.
Yeah, you used to live down there.
I did. I lived there for 20 odd years.
I lived down there for 5-ish, just north of the city, out in a little suburb called Spring.
Yep. Old Town Spring or regular Spring?
Regular Spring. Old Town Spring, come on, it's barely a tourist trap. It's got some, it's spring out there by Humble and everywhere else. But look, you've done these before. I haven't done COMICPALOOZA. You kept telling me I have to come. So now I'm on the podcast track. I'm looking forward to it. They started putting out the schedule. So you will be helping me with the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast panel, which will be 4 for 40 from 1986. 4 films. And look, I got to tell you,
depressing.
I know, dude. I have to tell you, like I picked those 4 films because I thought that's a nice mix of film.
No, they are good. They're good films. It's just it's 40 years ago. It's so depressing. I'm like,
it is depressing. But then I looked at the rest of the films from 86. Dude, we're going to talk about the rest of that list because it's nuts.
You know what? Everyone trashes the 80s for some of the really bad movies, but every year there was at least 6 to 8 good movies almost every year in the 80s.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting. We'll talk about the 4 that we have, and then I'm gonna name drop a bunch and it'll be insane. Some of those names that we drop. And of course I will be helping you out.
Absolutely. You're going to be joining us for a Matrix Reloaded panel because there's a Larry Fishburne is showing up, which is very unusual. He does not go to conventions very often.
And then we also get, is it Tank or Dozer? Tank.
No, Dozer, because Tank was the big guy, right?
Big guy, yes. And Dozer was his little brother. He's also going to be there.
And Joey Pants. Don't forget Joey Pantaleone.
Yeah, don't forget Joey Pants. Joey Pants is there. Yeah, would be nice for a last minute edition of, I don't know, Carrie-Anne Moss. That'd be great.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I think she actually done COMICPALOOZA before.
Oh, really?
But years and years ago. Because that's the one thing I like about COMICPALOOZA is usually they will get someone who doesn't normally do conventions. They'll have the big panel, like we have the Daredevil panel that's got the mainstays, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Karen Ritter.
Yeah.
But that's not unusual because they do a lot of conventions, but they'll have someone like, this is before John Cena actually did a lot of conventions. They had John Cena. They'd always bring somebody in that was unique and was something that was special.
Yeah. I think a lot of that is people, dudes, folks haven't done conventions. They don't know what to expect. They're like, I don't know if I want to go. And then they go to one.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I get it.
Yes. Salt Lake does that as well.
Yeah, we did that with Zachary Levi, who
Okay.
had not done anything but Nerd HQ back on the East Coast, and he came out here for Friday,
Hmm.
and for one day, and everyone was excited, and he sold out, and he left. And at 9 o'clock on Friday night, FanX had to put out an announcement saying, "Hey, he'll be back tomorrow, so autographs and photos are on sale." And it turned out he called that night, going, "Would it be okay if I came back?" And they're like, no, Zachary. Yes, of course you can. But I think a lot of that is just they don't know what to expect.
No, because they're not. They don't do conventions, and in fact, a lot of these actors don't even get audience feedback. They do movies. Maybe they see a line, a half mile away from the set where there's
Yeah.
people behind a tape, and there's only the diehards.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if they do theater, they'll get a little bit more of it, but that's still
Mhm.
nothing like it. And so, when they come in, they don't know. Like Enrico Colantone, great guy. His
Mhm.
first convention was with me at Salt Lake, and he's
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to expect. Are there people in the audience? And I'm like, of course, there's
Yes.
people in the audience.
Yes, there are. And
So,
what's funny, I'm sure Comicpalooza does too. They take audience feedback for who they'd like to see,
oh yeah, sure,
much like
absolutely.
FanX does. And like, so I mean, I honestly I think the Salt Lake fans are a little more organized than any other city in trying to get guests to show up. But
Yes.
I mean, it's like full on social media campaigns to get them there. But yeah, but I appreciate any event in any city that will see that there's a demand, even if it's not for an AAA plus lister, to go and try to get those people that maybe get overlooked and try to bring them into the convention family, because there's a lot of, I mean, some people have had bad experiences at conventions. It
Tom
happens
Holland.
because not everyone can be trusted with, breathing our oxygen.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if your fans are there, you're going to have a good time as a
Yes.
celebrity.
Like I said, the only time I've heard a really bad time was Tom Holland was harassed horribly in Salt Lake when he came at the hotel, and
Yeah, that's bad.
that's fangirls that are that do that. It's not, they may not even go to the show, but that's the only instance I can think of where
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he only does studio mandated events now, because they were like, it was like the Beatles. They were trying
Yeah.
to rip his clothes off in the elevators and things like that.
Yeah, that's people. Come on now. Let's not be savages. Let's appreciate the people whose work we enjoy, and don't do the other stuff. That's great. So I want to ask you, I want to sit down here. So what can I expect? I'm coming in Friday for Comicpalooza, I believe, and they had me on, or they had me on the Friday schedule.
Hmm.
There was a problem with the description. I sent the new one, so it's off. It's not back yet, but theoretically, uh, the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast will be doing around a 7:15, I think was the time, on
Now,
Friday night.
are you on the floor or are you in a room?
I believe that it was a floor. It was the
Okay.
floor.
Because
Um,
when it comes to the podcasting, some are on floors and some are on rooms. Now, I will tell you that the convention floor, the show floor,
mhm.
is about half the size of Salt Lake.
Okay.
But it looks very similar. It's got that,
Right.
but again, even on the half of the floor is like they'll have a car. They have a lot of cars they have like a car
Fandom
show.
cars.
Yep, they
Yep.
have a lot of interactive educational things because we have NASA nearby, and
Yes, I seem to
and,
recall.
and they'll do that, and then the other half will be vending,
Right.
and then there is a small area for autographs and things, because compared to Salt Lake, which I'm assuming most of your listeners or viewers are from,
Yeah.
they don't have 100 people coming.
No, and even like the Fan Expo, they have their touring
Right.
35, 40, 50
Right.
guests. So I
It's
mean
very similar to
that's a big
that.
event.
Yeah. I would say it's more on with the Fan Expo than with the Fan X.
Right.
But
So the
it's
floor,
three.
I assume there's a floor stage then.
They have
Or is it
a stage set up for for podcasting, but they have 3 floors.
right?
So this is different than Salt Lake as well, where I think Salt Lake is kind of stuck with the configuration they have.
Yes.
Where George R. Brown was built for conventions, for because I know like years ago, Microsoft and Walmart would like take up the entire month of May,
Oh, wow.
and create little stores and things like for their convention, and so each level actually has things to do. So there's the first floor, with main floor is where the vendors are. The first and second floor are mostly for, I guess I'd call admin. So
Right.
second floor is where their offices are. The first floor, the first real floor, is more of staging.
Right.
Not staging as in wait in line, get your tickets, here's your thing.
Right.
But the third floor actually has a lot of panel rooms and even an area that has, it'll have wrestling, and they'll have an actual
wow.
ring, and they'll have wrestling off to the side. They have a full area where you can play games, computer games and role-playing games, and then they have an auditorium. So it's not a ballroom, it's an actual auditorium, kind of bowl-shaped,
Oh, wow.
that holds about, I want to say, 2,000 people. So
Denver has a similar. They have it's a theater.
yes, I call it a theater as well.
Their big area is a theater, but they have ballrooms that they have. But so it sounds like it's pretty similar to that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, Salt Lake is a little limited. They keep talking about expanding, and I think there's actually a plan now.
Well, they have a 5,000 seat ballroom. That,
yes.
from what I understand, that holds 5,000.
It is.
So,
it is. That's what we say.
So it's still smaller than Salt Lake,
Right.
but it's a very nice venue, and there's a lot of different. All the panels will be, the fan panels are, if they're in a room, are going to be on the third floor. There's
Right.
escalators and easy to get around, so it's all pretty much stacked. Like I said, they do a lot of big events. I remember when Lady Gaga came to sing for the Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
And they did a lot of their PR and a lot of media at that venue, and I'm like, she took a picture in front of a door, and I'm like, I know that door, because all the doors look alike. The George R. Brown looks like a cruise ship from a distance. It's like a big white
wow.
building with red, tubes and blue circular windows, and so I was like,
cool.
yeah, it's
I know that. I've been there.
Now, I will get into some deep stuff. Where are you staying? Which hotel are you staying at?
Would you like me to tell you the actual hotel?
Well, I don't want your fans to flock. So I'm going to be staying at the Marriott, and then they also have a Hilton. Now those two are directly attached. They're across the street, but there's a gangway, or there's an.
Oh no, we're like slightly farther away than you were at the Hampton.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just like another block.
But the great thing is, if you stay at the Hilton or the Marriott, there's a floor, like the third floor of the Marriott. You walk right across and you get to the convention center.
I love that stuff. If I'd have been able to get that hotel, I would have, because I think that's one of the best features around.
So that is where I will warn folks, is that you've been to Houston before, but it's the beginning of the sweat season. So it does get hot outside, which is why I like staying at the Marriott, and I can just walk across. I never leave at the air conditioning.
Well, I might remember to cut into the Marriott and go to the third floor. I'm sure my wife would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Since she's
same thing with the Hilton, from what I understand, unless they've redone something that I'm not aware of, because again, I don't live in Houston anymore, so I'm not up to date on all the ins and outs of the downtown area.
Yeah, I rarely went downtown because everything I needed was up north.
Nobody goes downtown on the weekends. It's pretty much dead there. So, which is why I like what they've done with this area, because the convention center, the bottom floor, the bottom floor has a bunch of restaurants. So they've got Papacitos, they've got Papados. These are the Pappas brothers. Craig Biggio has a restaurant at the bottom of the Marriott. So you're going to be able to eat, and sit down and have restaurants. And the Hilton has the Papacitos. That's right. But you shouldn't be wanting for lunch. Now you may have to wait. But,
at a convention, that's just crazy.
Now I will tell you that if you really, really want to meet some folks, the Hilton Bar is the place where the celebrities usually hang out.
Assuming you can get in when they're there.
You can. It's actually, the Hilton's got probably 3 other things going on.
Oh, there you go.
I remember the last time when they had Emilia Clarke. So Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Another person who rarely does events. She went to the Toyota Center. The basketball arena is 1 block away. And so, oftentimes there's stuff going on at the same time. And so parking can be very limited. But that's why the Hilton doesn't go, oh, ComicPalooza, you're going to shut it down. It's like, no, they've got 3 other big things going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's a fun environment, especially the Hilton bar where I know folks, because that's where I had drinks with Danny Trejo. I once was sitting with the bar with Lance Henriksen and Robert Englund from Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's just because they were just there. If you go there late at night, before midnight, but not quite, they're there to just relax and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, unwind a little bit. That's cool. We have to make a host trip over there and see what happens. So the Matinee Heroes panel is going to be on Saturday.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's Saturday at. You got me on the time because they just told me, and it's still not posted yet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm waiting for. I think you were around 3:00, is what you said.
No, no. We're at night. I think
we were like 8:15. I mean, it was like
8:30. Yeah. It's like 8:30.
Yeah, and then through you, I got that invite to sit on another panel. I don't know if you're.
Now that one is at 3. That's a Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu panel that is on Sunday. But that's the thing, they have things going well until midnight.
Yeah.
Both at the convention center and oftentimes at the hotel.
Nice.
Hotels.
There you go. Hotels. Yeah. And then of course after closure Sunday, let's go back to the hotel, pack, and then get up early to go to the airport Monday morning to fly back.
Now, my wife and I haven't decided, because this is what she wants to do, is that we are going to probably move Sunday night to the Marriott at the airport. Because our flight's is like the first one out at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, ours is like 7:45. So we're like I said, if we hit our Uber at 5, it's an hour to the airport. Even though it's a holiday, which is great because no one should be coming into town. So, but still, driving. So traffic shouldn't be too bad at that time of the morning. And again, it's the old military guy in me. Like, look, I will sit in an airport for an extra hour.
Yeah.
Then risk not making my flight. So
I should be home before 9 a.m. Pacific time.
No, I will be home.
That's how early we're leaving.
I think we'll be home around noon.
Yeah, no, we're getting up so early. And my wife's used to it because she travels a lot. She just came back from Grand Rapids and she left at 6 a.m. Eastern to and sits in Denver for a little bit, and
it was Michigan.
Yeah, it was Kalamazoo. What are you gonna do?
So I know, what are you gonna do?
But it's a super fun time. The environment's really good. It's very similar to Salt Lake, where everyone's usually fairly respectful of each other.
Right.
It's every nerd in Southeast Texas comes out of the woodwork,
right?
Because it's like Utah, Texas is a fairly conservative as far as like social conservative area, and they let their hair out, they let their hair down at these events, and so it's fun to see. Normally, people who would not do this come in like on their normal day, come in.
People you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But look, man, like entertainment. Can we just take a minute? I don't care whether you consider yourself left or right or blue or red or conservative or liberal. If there's a thing out there that you like, come celebrate it, because there are other people that like it, and if you can get along with them over nothing else, enjoy this thing that you both mutually love.
Yeah, because I usually just hide in either the green room. In Salt Lake, not that I don't like folks, but I don't like folks, and so or at least I don't like that many folks at once.
It can be overwhelming.
Or I go to the hotel, which is nice because I can, if I have some downtime, I can head over to the hotel for a little bit, or I'll just go to the, like I said, Papacitos, get myself a beer, a Corona, get some nice nachos to eat.
You know what? I don't have to drive. I may have to join you at one of those trips.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, because I don't have anything for me. My first thing is yours on Friday evening, and then I have on Saturday. There's not much for me. Everything I'm doing is on Sunday.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, you're late Saturday night.
Well, like I said, I don't. Everything for me is either after the event. So when I say late, there's most people have gone home,
Right.
or they're enjoying everything, but there's no guests, so they're not like running to get autographs. They're not going
Right.
to get see big panels.
Well, that's
So
cool.
for me, Saturday is like kind of I can take a look, see what's going on around things, but Sunday's the day where I got to be there. I get my first thing's like 12:30, and
Ooh,
then I just have panel.
right. Well, you're busier than I am then. Like I said, I'm excited about the one where we're going to talk about Mando and Grogu. Just because it's that in the greater picture
Yeah.
of
Well,
Disney Star Wars movie. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see, or hear some other opinions. I'm not sure who's hosting that,
I have no idea who's
but
involved.
I'll be interested.
Carrie Gordon is in charge of the podcast program. Him and Erica, I want to say her last name's Elchin. They've been doing it for years and years, and I've known Carrie for years.
Yeah.
And I usually just volunteer, like, hey, if you need somebody, let me know. I'm here to help you out.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
so,
told him. I said, if there's a film panel out there that needs a person, just yell.
yep. And
So
I'm coming in Thursday because you're coming in Friday. I'm coming in
yes,
Thursday, and I've already got my IMAX tickets for Mandalorian and Grogu
for
because
Thursday night.
yep, because
Nice.
at my because the general manager of the particular place I'm going to is a friend of mine, and so
Oh, nice.
I wasn't able to get free tickets because it's just packed. But I will go to see him, so it's nice to be able to see my friend Demir
There you go.
at the theater that I used to go to. Because unlike everyone I know in Utah, I don't have the ability to go to screenings because
No.
the closer you live to Hollywood, the less likely you're able to go to a screening.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will be seeing it in IMAX on Monday the 18th. That
Yeah.
one. But I'll tell you what. There are certain studios right now that seem to be bypassing our market, and I will not mention them by name. But it's like I had to go and utilize my free ticket perk at the theater on Friday to see Animal Farm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I knew it was going to be bad, but I needed to see it to comment intelligently on it. And my most intelligent comment is, "What a stupid movie."
Yep.
And then I double featured that with Mortal Kombat 2, which is better than Mortal Kombat 1. There's more actual combat.
It's a low bar.
There's darker combat, but it's still fun.
Mhm.
And I was okay with that. I actually had a pretty good time because I did rewatch part 1 like 2 days prior. And I was like, oh yeah, I mean, it was, but this one felt like they learned something from the first one. So,
Okay.
like I said, it
Now,
made it's on par to make over 40 million this weekend. So, which is weird because it's going up against Sheep Detectives, which I can't believe isn't going to do better than they're saying, because that's a great family film.
I think it's just because I'll be honest with you, it looks cute in the trailer. I know it's a quality movie. I've heard nothing but great things about it. But I also think people have been burned by these kind of animal.
The trailers have ruined many movies for many people. But here's what I can tell you: if you go listen to me and Ryan talk about it, it has no business being as entertaining as it is. It's just a fun movie. The entire family can go. It's a date night. It doesn't matter who you are. You
Yep.
can go and see it and have a good time. That's great.
That's
So,
the
and
one
it's
my
far
wife
better than
gave me a
one.
nudge and said, "Can we go see that one?" I'm like,
Go see
we'll
it.
go see that.
it.
Yep.
Go see
Mhm.
it. It's yeah. It's like it. Yes, it is. It is all of those things, but imminently entertaining and enjoyable. So there you go. But yeah, so COMICPALOOZA, like I said, I'm going to see Grogu. You're going to see Grogu the night before. I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm really excited to hear other people's opinions about not just that, but Star Wars writ large. I wanted, because we talk about that on the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast all the time, and there are many points that will be made. I'm sure I'll piss off at least one other person on that panel.
You'll definitely. I mean,
So, it's
knowing you, Mark, you piss off people just in general. So
I know I can't look. It's not
or at
my
least
fault
one person.
that
I don't. want-
It's not my fault that I'm always right. I can't help it.
Like I said, I don't. You don't piss off everybody, but you usually piss off at least one.
There's always one. There's always
At least
one.
one. Yep.
I know, and I don't mean to, but look, I call balls and strikes. That's what I do. So,
but even those got replaced by computers.
I know. Oh no, AI is coming for us all. So AI. Now what you're going to tell me is that AI can write and create the movie with fake people, and then do a review of that movie. So I'm sure every movie will be incredible.
Well, I'm thinking that Animal Farm, as bad as it was, it couldn't have been. It can't be that much worse than if AI did it?
Man, I don't know.
Because I heard it was really bad.
It's not good. It
So
is.
I
It is.
figured maybe AI wrote it and then it's all CGI.
It is
You
not.
know,
It is not good. It is.
yeah.
It is the amount of good that it isn't is immense.
It's odd that a movie about the Russian Revolution doesn't translate well for just kids just to have fun.
Turns out that's not what it's about. So there you go. Part of the problem.
Yeah,
So
that's a hard adaptation.
it's not good. It is not good at all. So, but no, I'm looking forward to seeing you at ComicPalooza. That
Yeah.
I'll lean on you. I'll ask you questions. But I'm looking forward to it. If it goes well, God forbid I don't piss Carrie off, maybe I'll get invited back next year.
Yeah, no, it's just, the one thing I know is if you're doing podcasts, as long as you have a good one that that continues,
Right.
you'll be asked back.
No,
I mean, it's really hard to shoot yourself in the foot too badly. I mean, if you go up there and just drop F-bombs all
no, I'll set my
hour.
filter. I have
Yeah,
I have a filter. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm the one that says the F-bombs. You're the one that's pretty good. I'm the one that's I've got to be sitting there going, don't say that. Don't say that. That's why they put me at 8:30.
Man, I'm a 715.
Well, 7:15 still
I've
kids.
tried to clean it up.
Yeah.
Filter out all the military speak. So that's the kicker. So Memorial Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Houston, Texas, ComicPalooza. I'll be there representing the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. Craig, you're going to be there representing Matinee Heroes. Is your co-host going to be there?
Alan is going to be there. In fact, he has got a couple panels as well. He couldn't be on the Mandalorian Grogu one because he's doing a different panel with a different person.
Doing so many panels. He locked himself out of the one he probably would have liked.
Yes, because he's a huge Star Wars fan. But
First world problems.
He's got I know he's got on Sunday at 6:00. So there's the sweet spot, 6 p.m. He has a physical media panel that he is going to be hosting.
No kidding.
He's very pro physical media.
Yes,
we kid that he's going to be like Tom Bombadil when the bombs drop. He's just going to have a projection and a screen, and he's going to have a big mule-driven wagon that just has all his physical media. He's going to go from town to Holocaust-ridden town, going, "Hey, let's watch a movie," and he'll be the only one because of physical media.
I have functioning Laserdisc players now.
Well, you and my 83-year-old dad have something in common.
There you go. So that's if you don't have a Laserdisc player, then you're not really you really physical media, bro.
I'm not.
So, but yeah, no, totally have that. So I've got a couple working VCRs under the house, and 700-800 movies and TV shows on disc.
Yeah, I think I don't have any of that because I live in a place that, and we purposely choose small places. In the last 20 years, we have not had over 1,200 square feet anywhere. So it's been on purpose.
Oh, that's okay. I don't have much more than that, and it is full, so much full.
And we've moved 4 or 5 times, so we downsized.
That is what we dread is having to move.
Yep.
So that's crazy. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing you next 2 weekends from now. Sorry.
Absolutely.
And anyone that's out there listening, if you're in the Houston area, go to comicpalooza.com, pick you up some tickets. There's going to be a panel for you to enjoy. They've got some good solid guests.
That's absolutely true. There's a panel for everyone
that hopefully I have time to get in a line for and see.
Now, who are you excited to see?
You know what? Let me pull up the list so I don't miss anybody.
Well, no, you don't have to go over everybody.
Lawrence Fishburne. Why would you not?
Yep.
Right.
I know you're a big Ritter fan.
I love Kristen Ritter. God, I'm as soon as we're done here, I got to post this, and then I got to finish Daredevil season 2. And I was so happy when she showed up. So
the only thing I have to do is I do have to get Vincent D'Onofrio to autograph a picture of us together from Salt Lake.
Oh, there you go.
Because unfortunately the day that when I was on his panel, I didn't have, it was at the end of the day and I couldn't I usually run off to Walgreens and get the 35-cent copy and they'll sign it. And I wasn't able to do that because he was not there on the Sunday.
Right.
So now that I know I've got 2 or 3 days to hunt him down, or he's there Saturday and Sunday only, I believe.
Yeah,
but
I think he is too.
I will get in on Saturday.
But we talked like Mark Dacascos is cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to be hosting his panel.
But here's a guy I've never seen, and we talked about this earlier. Events that find people that maybe haven't done an event. I've never seen this guy's name. He may have done cons, but I've like monitor other events just to see who's going, and that's Isai Morales.
Yeah, no, I have not seen him at a lot of places either. And this is being Texas, this is his sweet spot. They're going to love. We have a large Hispanic contingent in Texas. This is an amazing guest for everybody, but it definitely is one of those things where this is a home run for them.
Yeah, he's a darn fine actor, and like I said, so I'm gonna try to make my way over to his table. I'm not doing any celebrity panels. I'm not hosting any of those, so I don't get any of that. But
yeah, I only have one.
There are 2 weeks.
Well, I have Mark Dacascos. I will be hosting his panel on Sunday at 12:30. So there's a lot of Iron Chef, Brotherhood of the Wolf, and John Wick questions I'll have for him.
And the other, the guest I've met before, and I may swing by depending on how busy he is. But I'm telling you what, if you have never met Edward James Olmos,
oh yes,
and you like his work at all, please, for the love of God, go up to his table, because that man. That is the sweetest man I think I've ever met. He will talk about anything. He won't talk about his work, just his work. He'll talk about any movie, any book, any education, music. He doesn't care.
No, he's a great guy. In fact,
wonderful person to talk to.
I'm missing him next weekend. Next weekend, I would normally do Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California, where he and a bunch of Battlestar Galactica folks are going to be. But because of this stupid conference that they're paying me to go to, I couldn't volunteer because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. So,
right.
But yeah, he's a guest they've had before, and he's always been a great guy.
Yeah, anywhere I've seen him, he is a wonderful. So if you're going to be there, please make time to go see Edward James Olmos. And Pam Grier's cool. She's a legend.
Oh, absolutely. And they also have. Now, I'm not a big fan because I don't know him. It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just I'm not acquainted with him. But the Dungeon Crawler Carl author is there, as well as the man who does the audiobooks for them. So I'm not sure if this is his first convention, but this is definitely having those two there. And I know it's super popular right now. It's the hot thing. So they're going to be there as well.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. That would be, Matt Dinneman.
Yes. I always get him and... I always get him and Brendan Sanderson confused, because I don't read either of their books and know those are the people. But I'm not a big Blues Clues fan, but they're going to have Steve Burns there,
the original Steve. Thank God for small favors, and a wonderful person he is as well.
And then they got a whole bunch of Halo folks, which I only know one of them. I worked with them last year. Rob Irvin and I were in I want to say Plano, Texas.
Oh wow!
We did. He was there, and that would be Jeff Steitzer. He was very good. But they're going to have a lot of different things, a lot of anime. So there's it covers everybody.
Aww.
So there's got to be something.
Sorry, I'm very upset. I just saw that Sean Young canceled.
Yes, she got some work that she's doing. So she got a new project. Yeah.
Well, that's like next week at Gem State. Alan Tudyk was going to come. Like 3 weeks ago, he canceled because he got a job. But then they brought in Jewel State and Sean Marr.
Yeah, so well, he's going to be at Salt Lake, so you'll see him Fan X.
As soon as they announced him, I got with Ryan and I said, I dibs on Alan Tudyk and by extension any other Firefly people that show up.
Well, that's what happened at ComicPalooza last year. Is that they had a Resident Alien panel that I filled in for at the last minute, and so I hosted him, Corey Reynolds. And I want to say Alice Wetterland.
Oh God, I love Darcy.
Yeah, and
she's so great.
And Sarah, I wasn't prepared for Tomko. So they threw me on stage at the main panel for that one with about 12 hours notice, which 8 of those hours was sleep.
Right.
So we had a great time. So I'm hoping that I can leverage that to maybe see Alan again. Because he's a great guy. Yeah.
I will fight you for it.
That's okay.
So there you go. Okay.
The odds are neither one of us will get it.
Odds are neither one of us will get it. It'll be because they'll announce a few more Firefly people, and then Collider will get it because it will be about the animated reunion. Stupid Collider. I'm gonna have to talk to Dan about that. Like, why are you letting Collider take all the good stuff?
because they get publicity. That's how a lot of these conventions work.
I
I don't think there's
know.
any proof that it enhances attendance,
Right.
but
I don't know. I don't think it does. So there you go. So that's it. I wanted to get together and talk to you, Craig, and talk
absolutely.
about ComicPalooza. It was it's a wonderful chat. I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to ask you to hang on for a second as soon as we're done. And yeah, everyone, if you're not going, go. If you are going, find us and say hi. You know, we're going to be there.
Matinee Heroes on all the platforms. Just let us know. And then, of course, I will be giving out food tips if you want to know where the restaurants are down to eat down that area. You know,
yes, actually.
What are you looking for? If you're looking for steak, it's Texas. You can throw a rock and you're going to hit a good steakhouse.
Fact.
If you want Mexican food, Papacitos. We got Cajun food. We've got burgers. We got everything. So I will be. That's the key thing that I will be doing to help you and your lovely wife out, Mark, is making sure that you get the good food, not just any food.
Right. There you go. As long as there's a Whataburger open at some point in the airport when I'm there, that's all that matters. That's what I love flying into Dallas, because no matter what gate I land at, I walk past that Whataburger. And it doesn't matter if I'm at DFW or at Love.
I would recommend getting your Whataburger when you first land, because I don't think there's a Whataburger downtown.
No, I don't think there is. I think I looked at it. So, and it's probably too far to Uber, or it's Uber Eats. So, or DoorDash. So there you go, everyone. Come see us. We're there. We're there all weekend. It's going to be a great time. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing anyone that shows up to say hi. And Craig, thanks for coming back on.
Of course. I can't wait to have you on Matinee Heroes soon.
Absolutely. You betcha. Take it easy, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.